Currently, we are doing 15 milkers. 15 milkers producing 320 liters per day. So, simple mathematics. 320 liters per day times 30 days. You get the average liters. The average liters multiply by 50 shillings. What do you get? The amount divided by 2. There is the farmer's share and there is the animal's share. Kindly do your maths. Youths complaining about unemployment, imagine having 15 milkers. Leave alone the milk. What about the price of the animals? Currently, the price of each animal in the farm is 300,000 shillings to 350,000 shillings. So, what if you decide to dispose one every month? That's a profit also. That's a business. So youths, let's not always complain about being unemployed. You've gone to school. You have to think wise. Agribusiness is the way to go.
Keep it farming with AIM Agriculture.
The price of this cow? 350,000 shillings. Don't tell anybody.
Wow, this is just one of my best shows, you know. Being a friend to such an animal, wow. This is one of the best things I can do. I can do this. Wow, this is 350. 10 of them, a BMW. Wow. It feels so good. It feels so good to keep such animals. They are just like flowers. But these are milk ATMs or money ATMs, guys. I bring you to Githunguri. We meet a young, seasoned expert who is going to take us through what it took this farm to rise from 3 milkers to 15 pedigrees. What are you waiting for? Just subscribe, 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 like and share.
Hello guys, this is Kinyanjui, Extension Officer, Githunguri Dairy. So today I'm at one of my farmers' farm and we are doing good. Currently we are milking 15 pedigree milkers. Funny thing is, the farm only started with 3 milking cows. Production wise, we are at 320 liters per day. What does that mean? We are above average. An average cow should at least give you 20 liters per day. That is of average. So meaning we are doing good. Currently, we are having 5 dry cows. So we will be expecting them to calve down anytime starting 20th this month. So guys, there are things that we do as a routine in this farm. 1 is feeding, 2 we have breeding, and 3 we focus on the production of milk. So when we come to feeding, these cows feed twice a day, and our feeding is 70 to 30. That is the ratio, 70% to 30%. The 70% is fodder, 30% is concentrates. The fodder part is where people go wrong, because most of the people concentrate more on the 30. That is the concentrates. So many people complain about the quality of the dairy milk, the quality of the concentrates, but we are so much focused on the 30% than the 70%, of which the 70% carries more milk in a cow's production. So we do the 70% of fodder and 30% of concentrates. We have our own feed formulation. We formulate our feeds at the farm. We have a routine for each and every day at the farm. Our routine starts at 2 a.m. at night. So at 2 a.m. we have our farm herds. They wake up, they prepare the cows, and they start milking. You obviously know the procedure of milking. We won't get to that. So after milking, the cows are fed with napier. The water troughs are filled with clean drinking water. So after the animals have fed and they are full, they are left to lie down and chew cud. So 6 in the morning, the milk herds are up again. They have the washing done. The cow mattresses, they are well cleaned and dried, and the water troughs are filled again with clean drinking water. After that, we have the cows obviously, after drinking some water, they'll have to lie down, they'll continue chewing cud. Signs of well-fed cows is when you get to the cow shed, at least 90% of the animals are lying. That shows you the cows are well fed, they are full, they have clean enough water, and also the cow comfort, where it's lying, the comfort, the comfortability of the cow is very necessary. If you get to a cow shed, for example, and you find 3/4 of the animals are standing, either in the feeding troughs or the sleeping cubicles, that tells you something. If they are standing along the feeding troughs, automatically they are not full. And if they're standing at the sleeping cubicles, that tells you the cow wants to lie, but the sleeping cubicle is not comfortable. So the cow will move to the cubicle, but will keep standing. But when you find a cow shed, 3/4 of the animals are lying, then you know the cow's comfortability is perfect. And by doing that, the milk let down is perfect. So what I advise buyers and people who are interested in dairy farming, the new beginners in dairy industry, one thing you have to know when buying a dairy cow, first thing, don't rush for a milking cow. Reason number one, the feeding regime. You have to compare the feeding regime you are planning to take for your cows and the feeding regime the cows are being fed on at their current home. So you have to be keen on that, because you might buy a cow, for example, in this farm, it's of average 25 liters a day. But once you get it to your farm, it drops to 15 liters a day. Most people think someone lied to me, but the feeding regime must be the same if you want it to continue producing 25 liters or even above that. Another thing, the cow comfort, as we said, it's a key role in milk letdown. So you have to ensure your cows, either you use mattresses, rice husks, sawdust, as long as the cow is comfortable, and the sleeping cubicles must be clean. Another thing, I don't advise new farmers buying milking cows. You would rather buy an in-calf heifer. One thing, no one knows about its problem, no one knows about its sickness, you don't know if it's prone to mastitis or not. So an in-calf heifer is the best way to go. 7 months and below, not above that. You have to ensure you are steaming it up before giving birth. That is 2 months prior. It has to be at your farm, and you have to do the steaming at your farm for it to calve the way you want it to. Calf rearing is also one of the crucial things in a farm, because the calves are the tomorrow milkers in the farm. This is where you build a good milker at your farm. For the calves, you have to ensure fast growth. With that, you'll have less expenses and high milk production. For a good calf, for a good growing calf, it should be 1 year 5 months. Puberty should be 1 year 3 months, but you serve it at 1 year 5 months. That means at the second year of the calf's age, it's already calving down. So in calf rearing, first thing, colostrum, the mother's colostrum. It's very important. After that, we go to feeding. After weaning, you have to ensure the calf gets enough fodder, enough proteins, enough energy, and enough minerals. By doing that, you will have a fast growing calf. By saying proteins, you can either do the protein plants or you can do the dairy meal in the market. Or so, you can also do pellets for the calves. For the energy, we have maize germ and we have Napier. Napier has a lot of energy. So if you get your calves enough fodder, you're giving them enough energy. For the minerals, we have salt. For a calf, it's not producing milk. For the milkers, you easily note if a cow is sick or has stress by the production of milk. If the milk goes down, you automatically know either the cow is sick or stress. But for a calf, you have to be so keen with the calves. The calves are more prone to diarrhea because they almost lick every part of the cowshed. So they collect a lot of dirt. So you have to ensure the milk that the calf is taking is of quality and clean. The fodder, the drinking water, and the cowshed itself, it should be cleaned daily to prevent diarrhea. Diarrhea causes a lot of mortality in a farm and also death. Every business has some challenges, and the biggest challenge we've had in this farm, one is the hardware disease, and second is mastitis. As you can see, we are currently doing cow matrices, but we have a plan on reforming this. We want to do the rice husk. It's more comfortable, it's less dumpy, because once the weather is the weather is cold, mastitis shoots and milk decreases. So that is one challenge we have been fighting. Second, I've talked about the hardware disease. Most farmers buy hay, buy concentrates, and they have a lot of hardware parts. Those are nails, wires, such things. So the best thing, you have to have cow magnets. Cow magnets is the solution. We have lost so many cows because of hardware disease, especially when they calve down. That's when the hardware disease attacks the cow. The magnet helps attract all metallic materials in the cow's rumen. So what we do weekly, we do the CMT test, that is the California mastitis test. We do it weekly to ensure our cows are safe from mastitis. We also do alcohol test that is based on protein stability in the milk. If the cows are feeding well, if the cows have stress, hormonal imbalances, we'll know by the alcohol test. And we ensure the milk we deliver at the dairy is of quality. So diseases, apart from the mastitis and the hardware diseases, apart from the hardware disease and mastitis, we have a few cases of foot rot when the weather is rainy or cold. Other diseases, the foot and mouth, the ECF, we prevent them by the frequent vaccination. The cooperative here, Githunguri Dairy, has offered us routine vaccination to the cows. So the cows are safe from the foot and mouth, the viral diseases, most of them. The cows are fully vaccinated. Comes to a cowshed structure, there are three things you should note. Number one, drainage. The cowshed must have a good drainage system. You should not have stagnant urine, stagnant water in your cowshed. That prevents foot rot. Second, the spacing. Your cows must have enough space to sleep, to lie down, and to walk for good muscles. Third, we have aeration and sunlight. Sunlight is very crucial to the animals. Most people build cowsheds, cover everything, of which is not healthy to the milking cows. These milking cows have minimal walking areas because of the zero grazing unit, so they need a lot of sunlight. About aeration, you'll notice this by the number of flies or insects in your cow sheds. If the aeration is not good, the animals will be dull. There'll be so many insects. For a farm, insects must be there, but they should not be too many that they cause distraction to the animals. The milking cows, so sensitive. A little bit of stress and the milk production goes down. When it comes to breeding, what we do here, we do Friesians only. Friesians are heavy feeders, but they are also high producers. And what we are doing here is milk business. So we are so much focused on the Friesian cows.